You know what I think about sometimes? The autism spectrum is huge, right? Starts on First Street and goes to Lenox and turn around in a circle and go to, West Infinity Street. Yeah, so it's huge. But the thing I don't like is when some people, let me get the words right, because when you say, I like to generalize, but people want you to be specific, Pacific, the Pacific Ocean, people want you to be specific. So the thing is that, what I don't like, and I respect everybody on the spectrum. I don't like when some people who have never been to a neurologist or a doctor that specializes in autism to get the official, stamp of autism. Because, these people like to tell you about your parenting skills, how to react to your autistic loved one. And, I've been with I hate some cops. I'm all shaking up now when I hear cops, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, wait a minute, hold up. But, yeah. So, I don't like when they tell me that since I'm not autistic, I don't understand my son with autism. And I've been with this individual for 20 years, learning everything that I can about autism. He has taught me so much about autism. Even though I'm not autistic, I know so much about him, and I don't try to be an expert in autism. I try to be an expert when it comes to Darius. But sometimes, people send me messages, they all in my DMs and PMs and AMs, telling me that, what I should be doing and I'm not right and I'm wrong and I'm evil and all that, because they are autistic. But if you are not official, I don't want to hear it. And you have to see, because the thing about it is, when you see traits of autism in children, and when I saw traits of autism in Darius, we see the traits. We know that our child is different. They speech delayed. They have sensory issues. We see this, but in order for them to get the help that they need, in order for them to go to school, we have to get them tested. And it's just not one test. You got to do a battery of tests. And don't even say battery, because y'all already know. But we got to do a battery of tests and to get that diagnosis of autism. But there are some people out there that just looking at the traits. And we have to remember that traits of autism are human traits. So you can have traits of autism without being autistic, if that make any sense, because they're human traits. We are still, I might want to do this while I'm driving. No, you can't do that while you driving. Hands on the wheel, 9 and what is it? I don't even drive. I drive with one hand now, but it was 9 and 1 or something like that. I like this, rolling down the street, smoking. Nah, I don't do that. Don't be one of those people. When I'm talking about autism, those people that drive and look straight ahead. That's not driving. You gotta be like all around looking. You gotta drive for you and everybody else. But you see those people, I don't know. Those people are very scary. But the thing is, I ain't hating on nobody, but I gotta get out of here, because I hear like fire trucks and engines and cops and helicopters. Wait, what's going on? I got to go, but that's my story and what I think. Parents are very important when it comes to their loved one, their individual, their child with autism. And no one can really completely tell you about another person with autism, because the spectrum is so big. Everybody is different. and we all just need to support one another and try to get everybody the help that they need. That's what it's about, One, I gotta go see what's going on because I ain't beat.